So I was sitting up here thinking about one of the most recent posts from last Crucible. The video, I believe, was titled Brothers No More. And he went into deep detail about the shit, which I agreed 100% with. But I got to sitting up here thinking to myself, right? And I'm like, what caused us to not be brothers? What destroys that? So just a little quick story. Of course, we know the concept of brothers. That means that your fellow black man that you meet out there in the public eye, out there in the streets, out there in the world. And I remember coming up, and because I wanted to be this famous rapper or whatever you want to call it, like I had dudes that were like, I considered them my brothers. You know, they were ride or die. Like if any drama, anything popped off, like they was rocking, they was there. But what I noticed was that I never ended up getting famous, obviously, in a time span that they figured. And to be quite honest with y'all, like the reason why I didn't care to get famous is because I realized what the music industry was. And there were just certain things that I wasn't willing to do. There were certain songs I weren't willing to make. A lot of people were trying to tell me to make these radio songs. A lot of people were trying to tell me to stop making conscious music and to talk about that ratchet hood rat nigga shit. And I just wasn't with that, right? I wasn't trying to go that direction. I was trying to climb out of that mindset that I was in. I wanted to show people better. And because of that, it was more complicated for me to make a name for myself. But anyways, that's what happened. What happened was they started to stray away from me. The dudes that I call my brothers started to stop hanging with me like that. You know, they claim they still fuck with me. They still love me. I was like, bro, but of course, what I seen was that's not what it was. So the moral of this story is that I think that the reason why, or what I should say, what I took from that is that I didn't hold to my word. I had a mission and I had an objective and I didn't hold to that. And because I didn't hold to that, it caused the brotherhood to disintegrate. When we come online and we come on each other's YouTube channels and we communicate, you know, and we chat and we say things like, man, I can't meet a person in real life that talks and comments how we talk on these pages and stuff like that. What if we were able to meet each other in real life? And what if we care so much about bullshit, you know, and we didn't take none of this shit serious, what we should have been doing? I think that would cause us to fail. I think that we wouldn't be able to hang around each other like that. So I might seem like I'm all over the place, but I say this to say this, or I say that to say this. We have to get on a common ground. We have to get to a common understanding. We can't get around each other in public or in reality and we trying to joke and talk about miscellaneous shit. We can't meet each other for the first time and talk about sports. We can't meet each other for the first time and laugh and joke about irrelevant things. What is our mission? What is our objective? And we know what that is. It's been discussed. We could talk about community building, you know, combining our finances to get to a particular objective. But we got to hold to that. Because if we try to change our course of conversation when we get amongst each other in person, we are going to fall. We're going to fail. We will literally be brothers no more. We have to get in a position to where when we come together in person, it has to be strictly about building and nothing else. Once that conversation is done, we can go our own ways and we can have our own experiences. You know, that whole lone wolf thing. And we could continue chatting on YouTube and everything about other stuff. Maybe we could crack jokes and laugh about certain subjects pertaining to the videos. And that's cool and that's fine. But when we get in person, we have to have a mission. And we know what that mission is. We just have to firmly stick to that mission. I wish I can say otherwise. I wish that we can get amongst each other in person, and we can have this reality of what we really want it to be. It can be true. It can be perfect. But I don't think that'll happen. I think it can happen in the future. But what I mean by future is probably something that we won't see. Probably not in our generation. This is something that we have to build for our future generation, to where black men could come amongst each other and they can finally smile and laugh and kick it with each other. Don't get too loose. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too free. Still stick firm to holding things together, but we can live amongst each other in the future. Look at it like this whole shit with Christopher Columbus and everything like that. When they came together, they had one common goal: take over a particular part of land, enslave people. They held firm to that because they knew there is going to be a point in the future to where our descendants, these white people now, they can go to these restaurants. They can own these restaurants. They can own these businesses. They can have these sports teams. They can laugh, joke, enjoy life, create movies, music, shit that's completely irrelevant, and enjoy themselves. But even then, that still might not be worth it. Because we see where music has taken white people, they're about to fall and crumble. So I think that we need to figure out how we can make these conversations and in these comment sections become a reality. And we have to hold firm to that, because right now we are in a war. We don't have nothing. We can't go against an army, a navy, a marine force, nothing. All we have is small groups of black men in small communities that are training. And I can't down them because I don't know what they're training for. I don't know what their whole mission is. But what I could say right now is that those small training camps ain't nothing compared to what the U.S. has. So, I don't know. I don't want to keep going on with this because I see I just went too long with this. So, that's all I want to say.